It's Sarah's last few days on the boat, but we make it a good one by visiting Thunderball Grotto. Then I take her to the airport to say goodbye, but don't worry, I keep myself busy with lots of boat projects. Well, they are not going to be happy because they're going to go in the kennel while we go do the grotto. You ready for this?
Oh, yeah. Ready for some jumps.
Yeah. So, all right, let's put them up. Sorry, boys, you're going to have to stay here because you can't go in the grotto.
You don't have to be sad about it, guys.
Yeah, he's going to get mad. I'm all right today. We loaded up in our high-field dinghy, and it was only a couple minutes over to the Thunderball Grotto. I had put a patch on the bow of the dinghy the day before, so I wasn't inflating it just yet, giving it more time to set. We had timed it just right. It was slack high tide, so I threw out our anchor and we got in the water. Sarah was pretty excited to see the grotto. At high tide, you have to be careful. You have to swim down through a cave to get in. Even though I've been in the grotto more than a dozen times, it's always pretty nice seeing someone's first reaction. It really is a unique place and gorgeous. You seem tired today. Were you up all night afraid of what the future might bring? There's 4 or 5 ways you can enter the cave, some of them a little trickier than others. I feel fine today. I had dreams of you in places I've not seen before. So carried away, like flowers new to bodies first to touch you. This ain't a getaway. You build walls around your heart to try to lock it in. I'm gonna leave it all out there to dry. I'm gonna leave it all out there. I'm gonna leave it all. The current was picking up, so it was time to leave. Well, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is the patch worked on the dinghy and it's holding air. Yay.
Yes.
The bad news is that it's Sarah's last day.
Oh, I'm sad.
Yeah. So it's been great having you. So it's not over yet. Her flight's still a few more hours away. So we're going to go hang out on the beach, take the boys to the beach, do a little floating and hanging out. And then we'll get you to the airport.
Yeah. I'm sad too about it.
You'll come back.
Yes.
All right.
I will.
All right, boys. Y'all want to go to the beach? Let's see here.
Ooh.
You guys want to go to the beach?
Party?
You want to go to the beach? You want to go to the beach? What do you think?
Beach time?
Beach? We didn't film our beach time. We just enjoyed it. Then we headed back to the boat. It was time to take Sarah to the airport. All right. It is that time, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're going to load the boys and you in the dinghy and dinghy you over to the airport.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a lot of fun having you on board. Thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It was a great time.
And looking forward to you coming back.
Yeah, thank you for everything, Bobby.
Sure. All right. Let's get you boys loaded up.
Oh, I will miss you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had white horses.
It was a little sad taking Sarah to the airport. She had been a lot of fun and a great crewmate.
Dressed in satin.
It's about a 10-minute dinghy ride to the airport from our anchorage, and there's even a dinghy dock right at the airport.
Ooh, what a lucky man he was. Ooh, what a lucky man he was.
All right. Good seeing you.
Hope to see you soon again.
Yeah, for sure. Keep me posted on everything.
Okay. Take care. Yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
All
right, so I think I'm on my own for about a week. I might have more crew coming in a week or so, and then So I'm gonna hang out here in Staniel for a while, do a lot of boat projects. I'll kind of keep you tuned up with what's going on with that. I got a lot of work to do on the boat. I will do that. All right, back to the boat. Today, I don't know when this video is coming out, we hit 700,000 subscribers, so thank you guys for helping out with that. That's kind of a pretty cool milestone, so I'm gonna do a live chat, live video in celebration, so, all right. I was paying attention to Sarah's plane more than what I was doing, and actually ran the dinghy aground. All right, so I'm gonna do some work on the boat today. It's 9-10 knots of breeze. So I've been waiting for a while for a like calm wind day, which it's been so windy lately. Like this season has been, I think, windier than usual here in the Bahamas, especially this time of year. But I've got my graphics here, and I've already put one on the other side. I did it yesterday because it was pretty light winds yesterday, but I didn't do a very good job. There's lots of bubbles in it because I tried to put it all in one piece, and I couldn't find my squeegee yesterday, so I was using just like, you know, a sock and like trying to rub out the bubbles, but it didn't work. And so this graphic is really long. So there is like a narrow spot in the middle of the graphic where I'm just gonna cut the graphic so I can put it up in two pieces. It's gonna be a lot easier to do, to deal with. So I am just going to, see, I mean, this thing's like 6 feet long, and so trying to do this by myself is kind of hard, but there is like a narrow spot right here. And so, yeah, it's not ideal cutting it in half, but it'll be a lot easier to put on the boat.
Kids at the Grotto on the east end, dusting up the subs to acid house.
Well, I didn't do a great job on it. Better than the other side, I suppose, but I put a wrinkle in it one place. But it looks good from far, but far from good. Doing it from a moving boat, I'm happy with how it came out, because like if you're just, okay, if you're 5 feet away, yeah, you can see some bubbles and stuff like that. You're 10 feet away, you probably wouldn't. So whatever, it looks good enough. What do you think, boys? You look good next to your dogs. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I went ahead while I was down there tied up in the front. I polished the Dolphin Striker, you know, the bowsprit up there, because it had some rust on it. You don't want to get your rust out of control where it starts like, you know, getting too deep in the metal. So I polished it off and then put some rust inhibitor on it. Hopefully that'll slow it down a little. But I think it looks pretty good. All right, I didn't film it, but I also cleaned, polished some of the stainless on the back of the boat. These like porthole windows on the back of the boat, I love them, right? I mean, it's really nice having the windows open when you're sleeping at night. You get extra breeze come through there, and you can hear the ocean, and it's nice. But the stainless quality on these windows is really bad. So like, I polished these windows. Okay, I need to clean off the gel coat too, but you can see I just polished that one, so it looks pretty good. But that one, I polished that sparkling clean just 2 or 3 months ago, and you see how much rust it's gotten on there. So I cleaned these two. That one I didn't clean, but you can just, I need to get at that other window, I need to get in the dinghy in the water and polish it from there. So this time I did spray some like rust inhibitor on there, hoping that, you know, it puts a little barrier between the stainless and, like, you know, salt water, hopefully maybe keep it from rusting as bad. But you know, that's just poor quality stainless. Most of the rest of the boat, like the railings and all that, like they very little rust. It's easy to clean as long as you kind of wipe it down every now and again. But those portals, just a ton of rust. All right, I've got more boat projects to do now. I have a brand new macerator pump that I need to install, because this one, there's one in here. This is behind the toilet here. That's the old macerator pump. So what it does is the holding tank for this boat is actually under this seat right here. It's pretty big. I can go if it's just me in here, a couple weeks before I got to empty the toilet. But the problem is the macerator pump's not working. So I can't pump anything out of there right now. The macerator basically, it you know, sucks the poo in and chews it up and spits it out, right? And if that's not working, your stuff is stuck in the tank. So there's two things I want to do here. Is that the switch The switch to turn that on is like, you know, this little panel sits there, and so it's underneath that panel. I want to move that switch up so that you don't have to open this up just to turn the switch on. I can just move the switch, and then I need to replace this macerator pump that is right there. Problem is, it's a gross task because, you know, I don't know how empty those pipes are. Probably not very empty, so it sucks. I'm not looking forward to getting poo everywhere and pee. So hopefully there's no, hopefully there's not. So definitely a glove job. All right, gloves on, and I can't really show you what I'm doing, and there's not enough space. So gloves on, and hopefully I don't get poo spilled everywhere. All right, now for the gross part. I got it all disconnected. You know, I got all the bolts and wires disconnected, and I got all the clamps disconnected. Now I hope there's nothing in the pipe that's going to spill out. It's hard to say. Problem is, when these hoses have been on there a long time, they just kind of, you know, they're slightly sticky on the side. They just kind of glue themselves. So a lot of times you got to cut the hose off just to get it off. But I'd rather not, because I don't know if I have the proper hose to replace it with. All right, so at least one of the hoses, I just can't get it off. So I'm gonna have to cut it. I'm just gonna grab my knife and I'll cut it. The one I'm cutting, there's enough space that I can reconnect it. Like there's enough slack in the hose that I can put it back on. Ugh. Man, that's gross. Yuck. That hose is just full of shit. Oh, it's so gross. It's literally full. I'm not gonna show you, like it's, oh my God. All right, I'm gonna go wash my hand where I scraped it, just make sure, and then see if I got more hose. Managed to get the old one out. Here is the old one. Put it in a trash bag. I'm gonna see if I can take the rest of this line out. It's got all the shit in it and clean it out. It was just a build up at the beginning of that. And who knows how long it's been sitting there, so it doesn't smell bad or anything. It's been sitting in there for a very long time because it hasn't worked for a very long time. All right, so now I got to take the fitting off the old macerator, put it on the new one, and I can hook everything back up. All right, this is plastic, this is metal, so but there's still a lot of rust there, and it looks like it's like a little melted or maybe glued in or something. I can't get it to budge, so I'm gonna cut this thing off. I'm not sure yet how I'm gonna get this fitting off. Get some heat on it, get a torch on it, and maybe pry it off. I'll slice it this way too, and then I heat it up and I can probably pry it out of there. All right, so I got it out. It took a little work. Now I am going to put some Teflon tape on it and put it on the new one. So if you look at these, see how the outlet here is on this side of the pump? You know, they're both facing the same way and this one's there. So I definitely don't have enough hose to connect it, so I need to find some hose. I need to get some 3/4. I might have some 3/4 hose under here. And I lost my damn flashlight like 2 weeks ago and I cannot freaking find it. So I've been using this, which is annoying. All right, this was the only 1-inch tubing I can get. It's like a radiator hose for the generator or something. And it's not quite long enough because it's gonna put a bend in it. So I did find an extension. So I'll have to make it work. It's not ideal, hopefully it'll work. I mean, then I can buy a proper hose and like hook it all up, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna connect this guy here. Hopefully it still threads in even though I cut on it. Yeah. And then hook all this up. But I'll put some Teflon tape on here. All right, I've got it all set here. I've got it all wired in. So, you know, it's not like a steel braided hose. It's a water hose, but it's not high pressure. It'll be fine. But to get it to go there, I had to bend it quite a bit. So I put a clamp right there to keep it from kinking. I wired it all up. It's all set in there. And I've tested it. If I hit this switch right here, there you go, it is pumping. Assuming the tank is full, I think I'm just gonna turn it on real quick and go look, see if anything's coming out, and then turn it off until I take the boat out next. All right, yeah, it was working just fine, so that's good now. I'm assuming that poop tank is probably pretty full because I'm sure it failed and they weren't able to empty the tank, so I'll wait till we get offshore somewhere and I will empty the tank. And right now I'm going to use my torch right here to seal up my electrical connections. Pretty productive day getting stuff done. Put the decals on the front of the boat, polished the stainless on the bow too, and polished stainless most of it on the transom, changed out the macerator pump. I don't know, I spent half the time looking for a hose anyway. But what time is it? Yep, beer 30. All right, I'm gonna sit down and chill out for a minute. And then, I don't know, then I gotta edit or something. So, it's a work day. All right, taking apart the washing machine because it was not loading water. And I was hoping it was a clog, and it is a clog. You can see, so far I pulled like this debris out of the back of it. I mean, it's just kind of, I gotta get something to clean all this off with. I gotta like, I don't know, it's like some kind of paper or something or whatever. It's some kind of paper or something. I don't know how it got in there, but it was clogging up the intakes for the water. So I got to clean those out, and hopefully it should solve my problem. And I'm running the Watermaker and got all my laundry hanging up out here, you know, cleaning sheets and stuff. So, all right, good news that it's a relatively simple fix on the washing machine. These filters were pretty bad, so clean those out, put them back in, and I should be good to go. Nice. I'm really happy. That was, you know, I've been dealing with this for about a week now. It just got clogged, and I don't know. It's kind of weird that, I mean, who knows? It's probably, those filters probably never been cleaned since it was installed. And I don't know how old that washing machine is. 10 years old or more. Anyway. But yeah, happy that was an easy fix. So the reason I got all this stuff hung up right now is because, I mean, I could put it outside on the lifeline too and just clothespin it, but whatever, doesn't matter. I can't run, I'm running the Watermaker right now. You can hear that droning. It's from Rain Man, works really well, does 36 gallons an hour. You know, I started off at about 1/8 of a tank, and now I'm up to about 1/3 of a tank. So I'm gonna get it a little over halfway. I mean, like, it's a really big tank. I mean, I think it's like 200 and something gallons. So, you know, there's no reason to fill it all up. But, yeah. But anyway, so I can't run the dryer and the Watermaker at the same time because they're on the same circuit. And it would pop the circuit breaker. You know, I think it's just a 20 amp breaker. It's a 15 amp breaker. So, you know, both of those running at the same time would pop that breaker. So, it is what it is. The way this electrical system is it's got, so all the outlets on the port side are on one 15 amp breaker. All the outlets on the starboard side are on one 15 amp breaker. The dryer's on its own 15 amp breaker. And I believe the washing machine's on its own 15 amp breaker. Problem is like, if I were to like plug the Watermaker into the port side, right? Well, I've got, you know, running the ice maker or the microwave, or if I'm running anything else, it'll probably pop that breaker, because I think that the Watermaker takes like 12 or 13 amps. So it's just, it is what it is. Can't run the dryer and the Watermaker at the same time. It's kind of cool the way this tank monitor works. I don't know if I've ever showed you this. It works on air pressure. So like, these are my tank layouts here. So I have the forward holding tank, port water, starboard water, port fuel, starboard fuel, aft holding tank. So right now I've got it on 2, which is the starboard water tank. So I hold down the button for it and hit the plunger, and it gives air pressure, and it says it's got, the water's on the inside, it's got 10 inches of water. So in that tank there's 10 inches of water. The tanks are interconnected, so like I'm just putting in the port side, and so on the starboard side, so the port side will have the same, they just kind of, they're interconnected so they level out. Obviously if you're like crossing an ocean, you probably don't want them interconnected, because like if you run out of water in one tank, you blow a seal or something, you don't want to do that. You never want to blow a seal anyway, you might upset them. But, and then so like I want to go to tank number 3 here, or tank number 3, which is you know, that's my port fuel, and I hit the button and hit the plunger, and I've got 15 inches of diesel fuel. So it doesn't go all the way to the max. It says 35 is max on fuel, but it doesn't go all that way. I think it goes to like 23 inches is max fuel. So I've got 15 inches, so I'm like, you know, 3/4 full almost, 2/3. So it's a cool system. You know, you don't need battery power. You know, it just uses air pressure to detect how full that tank is. Next thing up I want to do is I'm going to change my water filter. So I have the Seagull 4, you know, water purifier. Basically, it comes with these filters right here. This is a 0.5 micron acid rinsed coconut shell carbon block. So purifies the water, so it should be making it pretty safe to drink. And then you got this little spigot right here. Oh, that's right, I already turned the water off so that I could change out the filter, but it lives just right under here. It's pretty simple to do. I unscrew it and go to town. Thank you so much for watching and helping us reach 700,000 subscribers. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well. And it's our patrons and the Sailing Doodles Navy that really make this channel possible. They get early access to the videos as well as access to the raw, uncut footage, weekly exclusive update videos, and they're the ones that help me pay for this licensed music. It's only a few dollars a month, and thank you for the support.